Particularly with regards to Region Business School, the 4IR or the technology space is a space that we want to be involved in due to the disruption that we find within the world today. Disruption from every angle, whether it's technology, whether it's economics, whether it's business, whether it's climate change, there's disruption in all areas. And what we believe is the 4IR space or the technology space is the space that we need to play in, or else we will be left behind as compared to the rest of the world. The biggest challenge that we have in the 4IR is how do we engage with society? How do we engage with people to say that there are new ways of doing what we've always done? And it's about making things a little bit easier, a little bit better, but also achieving high levels of productivity. If you look back into history, particularly at the various stages of the different revolutions that we talk about, the 4IR has been a culmination of the last three revolutions that we had, the agricultural, the industrial, and the likes. But this time around, there's no need for massive infrastructure and massive buildings. By just simple technologies of a cell phone and a few gadgets, we could make a difference that has an impact long-lasting and has an impact worldwide. What we're finding within higher education, there's a shift in the way we teach. There are various trends that are going on, particularly in what we call Education 4.0. And people or students or learners are now demanding that they learn at their pace. They're demanding that they learn curriculum that's very different to what may have been taught maybe 20, 30, 50 years ago. There's even, it is quite controversial, but there's even talk by some that to say that the typical university that you find, the bricks and mortar, should be disbanded, actually broken down, and created into a virtual reality kind of space where we learn in that space. We're finding ourselves in that space today. Look at what we find on YouTube and Instagram and various other platforms that you could learn of without having to engage with a physical human being at the end of the day. So what we're finding at Region Business School is that our learners, our students want new ways of learning, they want new ways of engagement, and they want new ways to engage with the world outside. The days of the sage on the stage are gone. And what I mean by that is a lecturer standing in front of you or a teacher standing in front of you and talking to you and imparting some knowledge to you. Those days are gone. They are now what we call collaborative spaces. They're now talking about collaboration, right? And learners want to learn in a collaborative space where they're working with each other, trying to solve problems or to learn. So those days of now finding new ways of teaching and collaboration is a huge part of what we do at Region Business School. The other side of it is that employers today are looking for almost what we call plug and play employees. They want them to hit the ground running. They want them to be ready. If you looked at maybe a few years ago, a typical CV of a candidate he would have done maybe 5 or 10 jobs before he got into wherever it is, and one would look at it from an HR perspective as this person has come with real experience because he's been exposed. But that entire trend has been turned on its head, because now people are saying, no, I've got a particular skill and I'm prepared to sell that skill to you. And employers are now changing their mindset to say, yes, I want you to come and do this. I don't want you to do 500 things. I want you to do one thing. And that's now creating those opportunities for our new students and our new learners to say, let me learn a skill, sell it, and I'll move on to the next.